Thank you, and I apologize for being late. Recruiting always comes first. Just wanted to take this opportunity to just talk a little bit about our opening game. What a great experience, opportunity it's going to be for us to be able to travel over to Paris and play a very, very talented UCLA basketball team. So it's going to be a great way to start. We're going to be young, but I've been very encouraged about what I've seen so far, and there's no doubt we'll make great strides from now until that first game. Any questions on what we got at stake here?
Coach, just to have an opportunity to go to Paris with this squad and not only have the opportunity to play UCLA, but come together as a group, how crucial is a trip like this?
Now we're really excited when this came about. This opportunity, obviously, I really appreciate our administration. It is going to be a trip that we are going to fundraise for to make sure that we're able to take care of the expenses that come along with a trip like this, because it's not a inexpensive little endeavor here. But I thought for the opportunity for our players to give them this experience, to be able to go abroad, to play a team of the quality of UCLA on, a big stage. I mean, it's not just a national stage; it's a worldwide stage. So, really excited to put our brand out there, to put the University of Louisville out there as well. I think our women's basketball program has grown to a point where, we're always in the talk with the top programs in the country.
Jeff, I was putting together this year's group, which has a bunch of freshmen, compared to last year where you had almost nothing but transfers.
Well, it's one of these times we go into the season, into recruiting, always looking to sign the best freshmen that we can sign. The difference with recruiting now is instead of having 5 players for one scholarship, where I've got my top 5, now you really have 3. At least that's how we do things. So if we don't get first, second, or third at the point guard spot, then we're just going to wait and see what comes open in the portal. So 2 years ago, we just, we didn't go after many kids. And, unfortunately, we didn't sign them. So then we had to go the portal route, which we knew that, and that we were fine with that. And now, last year, that 24 class, we had a great recruiting class. A lot of those kids saw the opportunity to be able to come in and play as freshmen and compete. So now we're looking at 7 freshmen and 1 transfer. And I'm really excited about it because now we're able to continue to teach and develop and really hopefully work the younger ones to develop into the players that we think they can be.
Coach, not the first time you guys opened up in the neutral site. What advantages or disadvantages do you see opening up the neutral site?
Well, it's just nice to be able to go out and play a team of UCLA's caliber on a neutral floor. You're going out there. It's going to be a great trip. We have a lot of fans that are making the trip. I've heard from a lot of people who will be out there to support us. And, it's not a home game. You're not technically a road game. So it's great. It's an opportunity for us to see, where are we November the 4th? As I've always said, it's not going to dictate or decide if we're going to make it back to a Final Four or not, but it's going to give us a good litmus test to know where exactly are we, what do we have to do to continue to improve.
Jeff, I saw Nile had a boot. I can't remember on which foot, but what happened there and what's kind of her status?
No, she's been great. She had a little ankle issue, but she's doing fine right now. She's in practice today. So yeah, I'm not. She's a tough kid, and she'll be good to go. No.
Do you speak any French?
Bonjour. That's about the extent of my Turkish as well. My Spanish. No, I've had the opportunity to go over once before on a foreign trip years ago, but excited for all of our players because we're going to make it a cultural experience for them as well. If you're making a trip like this, you want to make sure that you're getting the kids out to see everything, to experience it, and you're not just going to play basketball only. Yes.
How did things go with your recent overseas trip?
It was great. It was an experience it was fantastic. I had the opportunity to go to Istanbul for a week. So they had a coaching clinic that they asked me to participate in. That was on June 30th. I was able to take my wife and my kids over, so they were able to go over and experience Istanbul for a week. Also practiced during that time with the Turkish under-20 national team that Alif played on. So July 4th, the family came back home, and then we went over to Lithuania to compete in the European under-20 championship. And Alif played extremely well. I think she was listed as one of the top, the top 10 or top 20 players in the tournament. She shot the ball well, played extremely well. We finished 7th in the event, lost to France in the quarterfinal game by 1. France went on to win the whole thing. It was a great game. Had two free throws with 4 seconds left, down 1, and missed both. But it was just a great experience. I learned a ton of basketball. Brought a lot of European stuff back with us. I like the tempo that they play at, the movement they have. The physicality of their game is much greater than what we have here. It was really, really good. I'm excited for E. I think she'll have a really good year for us. I mean, we always have to take a step back and realize she got on campus in September of last year, had never met one of her teammates, thrown into a completely different culture halfway across the world, and then we're throwing her out there in November playing basketball games. So I think her comfort level is much better now. The relationships with her teammates and knowing what she's coming into now, the start of her second year. So really excited for her. So the trip was a huge success.
Coach, it seems like basketball here in Louisville in July is crazier than it's ever been before. Obviously, you were at the Ville last night, and to have your own team currently having something to look forward to and preparing for this, how crucial is this kind of month with the season still so far away?
Well, it's anytime you get the chance to work with your own team, and we're a long way away, from our final product, what we think it can be. And then today was a great opportunity for our kids. Maisha Hines-Allen was back. Erica Carter was back. So they came and talked to our kids at practice today. So anytime you can get some of your past alumni to come back and share, especially too that, they're playing professionally, doing basketball as a career, to let your young ones and even your older players realize what it takes. It's a job. It's just not I show up for 2 hours in practice. It's a job, and it was really, really good to have them back. And the game, it's been exciting here in Louisville for everyone to be able to go back out there to Freedom Hall and watch basketball.
When is the last time, if ever, you've had such a young team, and what kind of dynamic does that bring coming into the season?
Oh, God. It might go back to Shoni Schimmel, her freshman year. We had a lot of freshmen that year that played significant role in the team. So it's fun right now. It's fun because I'm seeing growth each day. It's small, but I'm seeing them get more comfortable with what we're asking them to do. the pace of play that we're asking them to play at, and then the amount of details that they've got to make sure they focus on. So it's been great. It's been great, and I'm really excited about this upcoming season.
You have Jada going overseas to France twice this year. Obviously, she's out there right now. To go to France the second time with her, is that almost a leadership opportunity she now has to kind of show maybe the spots that she once was at, or just to even have this experience already to kind of help lead that younger group?
Yeah, I think for her, this has been it's an important trip right now. She's over there training, really getting pushed past her comfort zone. And I think that this was really important for her. She's a kid that likes to be comfortable. And right now, she's working with some people as we tried this past year, and we're going to continue to get her uncomfortable. And when she learns how to handle those situations, I think you're going to see a huge jump in her game as well. And that's why I was so excited for her when she approached me and asked me if it was okay if she went over there. I said, go. I think it'd be great for her. So we're looking forward to when she comes back so she can fill us all in. We've talked to her and stayed in touch with her, and she said she's really enjoying it.
How did adding Amanda Butler kind of come about, and what kind of dynamic does that bring in terms of just her having a head coaching experience and also getting Amari with I'm not a package, but you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, no, unfortunate for Amanda what took place at Clemson. I mean, it's part of the game. Everyone knows it. And then we had a situation here where Macy Ford, who was our director of ops, decided to go back to college and work towards a nursing degree. So then Courtney had wanted the opportunity to get more into the administrative side. So I moved Courtney up into the ops spot, which then had that spot open. And then once everything took place with Amanda, I talked to her and said, hey, would you possibly be interested in this? Because I know the value we had when Beth Burns was here. It's nice to have someone else who's been in those shoes as a head coach. She's done a great job of blending in with our staff. She's brought a lot of great ideas. But at the same time, what I really appreciate about Amanda is she's not trying to walk in and say, hey, I'm going to change something, because we've been pretty good here. So, but she's willing to ask questions and say, hey, have we thought about doing this? Thought about possibly adding this? So she's been a great addition to our staff. She loves to work on the floor with the players, and now with us being able to have 2 extra staff on the floor, so that's where she's really added a huge value for us.
what was your relationship like with her? Was it just in college in the league, or did you guys have?
Yeah, no, we'd see each other on the road. We were friends from within the league, obviously playing against each other. So yeah, it was a good relationship. And then when this opportunity came about, it fit perfect. And then, we were on Amari's list towards the end when she decided to go to Clemson. And then when Amanda got let go, and then Amari went back, she reopened her recruiting. It was the first call I made was to Amari, and then I started the process. But it was never one where I wanted Amari to feel any pressure that she had to come because Amanda was here. Because I only wanted Amari here if she wanted to be here. Because that's one of the things we take great pride in is the players that want to be here, they want to be coached. And Amari wanted that. And she's been absolutely fantastic. And then adding Amanda just gave a little more sense of security for Amari, knowing, hey, that's the coach I had agreed to play with the first time. So it's been a really good fit. And as soon as we get everything finished with the rest of our non-conference schedule, I'm still working on MTE event. So once we get that finished, then we'll be able to release all of it. Have we released some of it?
ACC, SEC, UConn, and Paris.
Okay, yeah. So there's more to come. Just trying to get it all ironed out. Thank you, everybody. I apologize for being late.